Proxmox Virtual Environment 9.0, PVE 9.0. It's officially out.
Yeah, it's landed. And the interesting part, it dropped even before Debian 13 Trixie, which it's based on, is officially released.
Right. That feels bold. A pretty confident move from the Proxmox team.
It really does. I mean, maybe a bit eyebrow-raising for some, but Proxmox, they tend to be pretty sure-footed with their cycles. Putting PVE 9 out now suggests they feel really good about their own packages, their testing, they're ready.
Okay, so that's what we're here for today. Our mission, as always, is to sift through everything, pull out the crucial bits, basically give you the key takeaways without you having to wade through forums for hours. We want to know what's actually new and exciting in 9.0. What do you need to look out for before you even think about upgrading? And, what are people actually experiencing? The good, the bad, the messy.
Exactly. And PVE 9.0, it's not just a fresh coat of paint. It's a serious overhaul under the hood. Yeah. Like you said, Debian 13 Trixie is the base, Linux kernel 6.14.82, but also big jumps in the core stuff. QEMU 10.8.2, LXC 6.0.4, ZFS is up to 2.3.3, Ceph Squid at 19.2.3. It's a pretty significant refresh across the board.
Definitely sounds like more than just tweaking a few numbers. So let's talk features. What's standing out? I saw something about snapshot chains on any storage. That sounds big.
Oh, it is. Huge flexibility win. Before, you were pretty much tied to ZFS for certain snapshot features. Now they've introduced this idea of snapshots as volume chains. Right. And the key thing, it works on any block-based storage. Think ISCSI fiber channel ZANs.
Ah, okay. So you're not locked into specific storage types for robust snapshots anymore.
Exactly. It sort of democratizes that feature. You get powerful data protection, quick rollbacks onto potentially less specialized, maybe cheaper hardware. It really opens things up for how you design your storage with Proxmox.
That's a really practical improvement. And staying on that theme of resilience, high availability, getting smarter, new HA rules. What does that mean in practice? Is it like VMware's DRS?
That's a good way to think about it, yeah. It's moving towards that kind of intelligence. These new rules let you control placement much better. Resource to node affinity, so this critical VM must run on that specific host, or resource to resource affinity, keeping, say, your database and application server together on the same node.
Right, so less guesswork, less manual shuffling.
Precisely. It's building that logic right into Proxmox HA, so you don't necessarily need other automation tools layered on top for that kind of control. It makes you wonder how much further they'll push that native intelligence.
Yeah, interesting trajectory. Okay, what else? For folks dealing with complex networks, especially in labs, fabrics for SVM, software-defined networking, how does that help?
This simplifies setting up more, let's say, sophisticated virtual networks inside Proxmox. If you're trying to mimic an enterprise setup, maybe with isolated networks, different zones, Fabrics makes managing that SDN layer easier, brings more of that advanced networking capability into the core platform, less fiddling around the edges.
Makes sense. Now, something that definitely got a lot of attention, the Rust-powered mobile interface. The old one was functional, maybe?
Functional is being kind. Let's be honest, it was clunky, very clunky. This new one, totally written in Rust, uses the U framework. It's meant to be modern, faster, more responsive.
And crucially,
it actually lets you do things.
Yeah.
Like managing snapshots from your phone. That was a huge missing piece before. Drove people crazy.
Oh, I bet. Finally. Okay, and one more feature that sounds like music to my ears, especially if you've managed storage pools, ZFS RAID-Z expansion.
Yes. This is built on ZFS 2.3.3, which PVE 9 includes. And the headline is, you can add new devices to existing RAID-Z VDEVs online without downtime.
Wow. Okay, that's huge.
It's absolutely massive. If you've ever faced needing more space in a RAID-Z pool and realized you had to destroy and rebuild it, this is a lifesaver. Saw someone in the forum say, ZFS RAID-Z expansion is a game changer. No more tearing down pools just to grow them. And they are absolutely right. Save so much time, risk, effort.
Incredible. Okay, fantastic features. But that brings us back to the timing. That question everyone asked, why release before Debian 13 is officially out on August 9th? It feels early.
Yeah, it does feel a bit early, but Proxmox had a pretty clear answer. Debian went into a hard freeze back in mid-May. That means the core parts are stable, basically locked down, except for critical fixes.
So Proxmox felt, since they managed their own key packages anyway and did their beta testing.
Exactly. It figured, why wait? The foundation is solid enough for them. The implication for you, the user, is you can get started now, assuming you're okay being a little bit on the leading edge.
Leading edge, right. Which leads directly to the million-dollar question. Should you upgrade right now? What's the vibe in the community? Sounds like a mix.
Oh, it's definitely a mixed bag. You've got the eager beavers jumping right in. Someone posted, like, update done, 20 mins, fix some repo stuff, pretty smooth.
Always good to hear.
Yep. Then you've got the planners, scheduling this for Friday at 5 p.m., which maybe not the best time, but okay.
Brave soul.
And then the very cautious crowd. Yeah, I'm waiting. Few months, maybe. Don't want to break everything.
That sounds familiar. So the takeaway really depends on your setup, doesn't it?
Absolutely. If it's production, if things cannot break, you probably want to wait because there are definitely some potential pitfalls, some gotchas people are hitting.
Okay, let's talk about those gotchas. What are the big risks people need to be aware of? First one seems important. Proxmox Backup Server compatibility, PBS.
Critical point, this one. PVE 9.0 is designed to work best with PDS version 4 and PBS 4. Still in beta as we're recording this.
So if your backups are absolutely critical, right,
which they should be, then running a beta backup server might not be ideal. You can use the beta, but the safer bet. Wait for PBS 4 to hit stable release. Someone wisely said, using PBS, maybe wait till PBS 4 is out. Sound advice.
Good to know. What else? I saw chatter about helper scripts being broken, those handy community scripts for setting up containers and VMs.
Yep, another common casualty of major version upgrades. Those scripts often have version checks built in. Right now, many of them check for PVE version 8, C version 9, and just stop.
So if you rely heavily on those,
you're either waiting for the script maintainers to update them or you're diving in to patch them yourself. Bit of a roadblock for automated deployments for now.
Okay. And the classic, new OS version, new kernel, potential kernel and hardware quirks.
Always a possibility. New kernel, new potential headaches. We're seeing some reports of kernel panics on boot with the new 6.14 kernel. Also, some specific hardware acting up. Certain McQuanchi 10GBE NICs were mentioned, for example.
So the usual advice applies. Check your hardware.
Definitely. The good news is you can usually boot with an older kernel from the 8.x series if you hit problems. One user confirmed exactly that. Panic on 6.14, fine on 6.8. But yeah, it's a reminder, don't just upgrade blind, especially with unique or older hardware. Have a fallback plan.
Wise words. And one more specific snag, MongoDB repo weirdness.
Yeah, this seems niche, but if you use MongoDB and have its repository configured, it's apparently still pointing at the repos for Debian 12 Bookworm. So when the system upgrade tries to switch sources to Debian 13 Trixie, that specific repo throws an error because, well, there's no Trixie release file there yet.
Okay, so the fix is wait or fiddle with it.
Pretty much. Wait for MongoDB to update their repos, or if you know what you're doing, manually adjust the config. It's an edge case, but shows how dependencies can bite you.
Right. So knowing these potential issues, if someone does decide to upgrade, what are the upgrade strategies that work? How do you do it safely?
The best approach is usually a rolling upgrade, combined with snapshots, of course. Proxmox clusters let you upgrade one node at a time. Migrate VMs off node 1, upgrade it, make sure it rejoins the cluster happily, then move on to node 2, and so on.
Methodical is key.
Very methodical. Don't leave the cluster in a mixed state for too long. Days or weeks is asking for trouble. As one user described their process, migrate load off node 1 to 2 and 3, upgrade 1, repeat for 2, then 3. Check cluster health between every step.
And snapshots. ZFS snapshots before starting.
Always a good idea. Snapshot the host OS before you run the upgrade command. But remember, that saves the host. It won't magically fix a broken cluster configuration if things go sideways at that level. It's a safety net for the OS, not the whole cluster state.
Good distinction. Okay, so let's bring it all together. The bottom line, upgrade now or wait? What's the final advice for someone listening?
Okay, if you've got a Homelab, a test setup, something non-critical, I'd say go for it. Play around. Honestly, most reports suggest PVE 9.0 feels pretty solid. The upgrades seem mostly smooth, maybe needing those repo fixes or a kernel fallback we mentioned. It's a good chance to explore the new stuff.
But for production, for systems that pay the bills or run essential services.
My strong advice is wait. Just wait a few weeks, maybe a month.
Let the dust settle.
Exactly. Let PBS 4 go stable. Let the helper scripts catch up. Let the wider community shake out any other weird edge cases on different hardware combinations. The Proxmox team is usually quick with point releases and fixes, but why be the one discovering the bug at 2 a.m.? Someone put it perfectly. Upgrades aren't fresh installs. Live systems are messy crime scenes.
Like that.
Of old configs and abandoned settings. Waiting a bit is just smart. I think that sums it up.
It really does. So stepping back, what does PVE 9.0 signal about Proxmox overall?
It feels ambitious. They're pushing forward aggressively with cutting-edge components. That new UI, features like the storage snapshots and ZFS expansion that really blur the lines with enterprise solutions. They're keeping the open source spirit, but clearly aiming higher. For home users, it's exciting. For businesses maybe looking at VMware alternatives, Proxmox is making a very strong case. It's not just an alternative anymore, it feels like a serious competitor.
It's impressive development, for sure. But the takeaway holds. It's a 0.0 release. Be smart.
Test it. Snapshot everything.
Yeah.
And maybe, just maybe, don't kick off that production cluster upgrade late on a Friday afternoon.
Unless, as you said, living dangerously is your thing.
Right.
All right, that wraps our deep dive on Proxmox VE 9.0. We've hit the highlights, the new features, the community buzz, and those crucial gotchas for upgrading. As you think about your own setup, it's worth considering that balance Proxmox is striking, pushing the tech forward while users navigate the stability question. It's a constant tension in this space. Something to chew on.